Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 117 here to bring you another Company Heroes 2 online commentary. This week we're doing a 2v2 as the Soviets, and I will be playing with my good not good friend, but good comrade. He was very good in this game, Ovad, with the enemies Swanee and Pitt. Alright, Okay, so we're gonna go to me, and of course I'm gonna try. For now on, I'm gonna try to do some longer ones. Although, you know, I figure give a week, why not do a simple 2v2? I haven't done that in a while. Actually, I haven't done that at all. But anyway, the Germans. One of them is going out. They're not building anything. The other one is building his infantry company. Okay, so he's just bringing in infantry squads. But you know, he's trying to push. We go over here. I bring in conscripts. That's my usual plan as the Soviets. Bring in a bunch of conscripts. Why? Because conscripts are the best overall infantry, because guess why? They can have Molotovs, anti-tank grenades, and they're pretty good at long range. If equipped with PPSHs, they're good at all ranges. They're just not, you know, not the best against heavier armor and, you know, more equipped troops. But otherwise, my friend here is pushing to the left while I'm pushing to the right. Ergo, you know, usually the person on the left goes left, the person on the right goes right. But yeah, right now I'm just building conscripts. Ovad, I believe, is doing a similar thing. Yes, he is. He's building conscripts to move up. Now, the enemy team, they're pushing. We're pushing a lot harder. As you can see, we're going very deep, which is what you're supposed. Wow, okay. I opened myself up that one. But we're trying to push as much territory as we can. Even though we're the Soviets and we have weaker guys, if we can push them back and keep them distracted, we can at least gain those resources for a longer period of time. But anyway, so they are, yeah, okay, so we finally built this. So they pretty much are going heavy tier 1, so let's go to Swanee. And they're just building a bunch of normal guys. Pretty much the MG, the Grenadiers, Mortar, you know. Oh, there was a light skirmish over here. Here, I'll switch back to me. Where pretty much this guy tried to capture this point, but luckily, you know, I was able to keep him away. However, I didn't know if he would come back, so I just put myself in heavy cover. Even though it doesn't look like heavy cover, that green piece of hay is actually really heavy cover. There's a fight going on over here. The great thing about this is these guys have longer range rifles, as you can see, so they easily outshoot the Germans, who are now in a full retreat. However, it looks like they're coming around to do a flanking position, which, if we get behind this green cover, would really flank them. However, my friend here's got another squad of conscripts, so 12 guys versus 4 will easily outfire these guys, who instantly on the retreat after losing their comrade. Alright, so let's go to me. What's going on? Okay, so this guy pushed up here, so I put my guys in heavy cover here. These guys again have long range rifles, put them here, and I also have these guys rushing to do a flanking maneuver from behind. Now these guys thought they can sneak up behind me. However, as soon as they realized that my guys were sneaking behind, they were like, oh no, let's get the heck out of here. And did an instant retreat. But we still took a few of them out while retreating, so hey, keep them back longer. Once in the front, we pushed up and we were able to take a lot of territory. They do have a mortar, which is going to get really annoying really quick. But our teammates, as shown, is doing really well. And we're actually pushing them back. We grabbed both fuel points, at least for a time. So at least we got a ton of fuel compared to them. Alright, let me double check. How much? Blah, 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 blah. Where's the oh, resources? Okay. Yeah, we have 39 fuel compared to their 16. I mean, we are doing really good. This guy's pushing in, although of course this guy's in the building, so he's just gonna instantly retreat. Good. Don't engage stuff unless you know you can win. So in this scenario, there's no way. I mean, he could have probably lost a ton of troops. So we're moving up. I have these guys here. We're doing like we have no idea because we figured they possibly could have come back out. We're also mining roads. It's really funny because look how close we were. Look how close that guy was to like a huge infantry. Like, it's funny how in this game how close you are to the enemy without even knowing. So I put my guys behind green cover because I saw them here. I'll slowly push up in a few seconds after they retreat. Move up here. Try to reinforce this front line. I have what is my plan? Oh yeah, so I'm going to try to bring out some MGs and stuff to try to patent down our area, because right now we have control, well we did have control of all 3 points, but now we're going to lose the left side. But they're reinforcing with these heavy MGs, which is fine. Like I said in a previous, they can fortify this as long as they're guarding something. Don't get me wrong, they are guarding something in this one, they did capture it. But the problem is, especially in this one, is they're guarding these points, and we have all this. So we still have technically more than they do. Although they're changing that because they got MG42s and they're are those MG42s? I believe they are. Yeah, they. So yeah, got this guy with heavy MG. I figure I can throw a Molotov cocktail, which I believe I do. That I don't know how this guy manages to, but he does. Burns that guy who gets burned alive, and my guys make a hasty retreat away from the enemy. That keeps him, at least I was able to hurt him, although it really didn't compensate for the amount of losses I took. I moved my guys up, we capture their entire right side, which is great. Don't get me wrong, they're probably going to capture it with like 1 infantry, but hey, at least if we mine up this area, it's just one really big annoyance for them. Also, they're not capturing it, so you know, it's a plus. So they bring up this flame half-track, which I see, and I'm like, oh no. Because my guess is they're going to, like, if they saw these guys and they're going to flame them. So I throw a anti-tank grenade, which I did get. These are amazing. And that knocks it. Oh my god. And maybe that was a mine or a mortar? Was that a mortar? I don't know what that was. But anyway, something else hit him. I think that was a mine. But a few more shots. That was incredible. Alright, so they are pushing pretty far now, as you can see. So my engineers are like, oh no, can't really fight that. These guys here can't really fight that. He's trying to do a flanking maneuver, but he has these grenadiers behind, which is not going to help. At least he took out the flame half-track. So, in essence, pretty much, we are on their retreat because they were able to counterattack with great efficiency. Now they... MG, they have this, quite a lot. So... Don't get me wrong, I have some troops moving along the left, but they have a nice defensive line here, especially against infantry. And these guys try to chase me, I don't lose that guy. But yeah, they're doing really good. And they also put this MG in the church, which is the center point. If you put MG in this church, you can pretty much look over both areas. It's very nice. Now, what is he shooting at? Oh, the dead guy on the ground. Right now, it's a little more even, which is not a good sign. Actually, I take it back. They're winning. So it's like, oh no. What they don't know is I put these guys up to like try to lure them in. I'm gonna have to try to fall them back, and that way the MG can put them in their sights. I also have these guys flanking, so they are right now in a little bit of a death trap, which is keeping them back. Again, trying to lure the enemy into a trap, because see, now this guy's pinned, and he pretty much he's open for my fire to just start picking them off one by one. That now he has to retreat that, which has to go all the way back to his base and then all the way back to the front line. So it does help in the long run. So if you can try to lure them into traps and like ambush, do it. Trust me, it helps. Like this example, this guy's a great player. He hid his AT right behind here, so we couldn't really see it. But he can still has great sight line. So if we move in a tank, which would exactly what we were going to do because of this MG and stuff, it'll be perfect. Once again, he brings in these grenadiers, try to flank, but unfortunately that didn't work for him. So now he's trying to do army crawl right out of there, but my MG pinned him, so he ran away. I also put another MG here to guard our fuel, and this other point. I will eventually bring some guys over here to take it, but you know, that's for later. I love this guy. Ovad brought in his own tank. He's going to start taking these guys off. This is when we realized about this AT gun over here. I think it... Yeah, there we go. It should start firing. And we were just like, oh no, fall back. But pretty much they pinned me while the AT gun pins the tank. It's a nice little defensive setup, so we now have to fall back. Although I try to move my grenadiers up, try to counter. And I try to move these guys up to do a flame grenade. They get pinned, however, my guys over here doing a little sneak attack, they don't even see them. So I'm just like, hey, what's up? Throw a grenade right in. It instantly kills these guys, which get burned out of the building. Oh wow, he just fell right through. That was great. So now they're following these guys back because now they know, oh, we have more infantry. Just in case they put more guys in, I got another flame, oh god, sorry, flame engineer. They have an MG42, which is tearing up my guys. I think that's a mortar. I'll pick that up later. But anyway, I tried to move up. I was going to try to use a flame grenade or something. Try to get a nice, see what they had. Also, as well, some recon. But the reason I'm doing that is because A, I'm getting my own tank, and B, I'm going to save up for some special men. Because right now they have a lot of AT, but they don't necessarily have a lot of guys defending it. So if we can get some heavy infantry to move in and just start tearing them apart, that will easily destroy their defensive line. They have some guys over here. I'm guarding this point, again, strategically. I know, like I said, it's not really being used for the best, but hey, at least we're using these points to guard strategic resources, because that fuel you really do need. I do send these guys around to try to do a flanking maneuver on him. Figure why not. But unfortunately, my troops are weaker than their troops, so even with the flamethrower, I will lose. Go figure. He did get a star, which helps, but yeah. I did grab his mortar here, so I'm going to start mortaring his area. He has 2 AT guns, look at this. But, I mean, to be fair, oh well, okay, they didn't pick anything. But yeah, he has like 2 AT guns, grenadiers, and these guys in the back doing nothing. Maybe they just got healed. Okay. And Swanee, okay, he has a lot more infantry, and he has the MGs. These guys are a team, by the way. They joined at the same time, and they roughly had the same tactics. Let's see, this guy has the Tiger. He has relief infantry, tactical movement. Oh, yeah, I should probably show that. So my guy over here did Soviet industry, but he did that specifically to get something, and I'll show you that later. I got shock rifle to get the IS-2 in the flamethrower, and plus the shock troops. Lightning warfare, as seen, and this guy hasn't picked anything yet. But let's see, is that me? Yeah, that is me. Okay, so I did my flame. Oh, here, let me close that for a second. They mine this area up. I just ran my tank through so I can blow a lot of it up. They still have more mines, but hey, I'm trying to keep my guys out of it. Just barely in it. He has a lot of troops here. I have my mortar, which is trying to bomb that, but unfortunately, his troops come around to try to do a flank. I tried to do a flamethrower on him, managed to kill one guy before, you know, have to retreat. He did get this. I didn't realize how close he was to death, but I retreat these guys just to be safe. I could have probably keep those around and maybe kill that, but, you know, for safety reasons, I fall back. I move those guys up to take that point, and then move this guy back around to capture this. I have a lot of guys in, like, repair. Yeah, getting repaired. I should sell my flamethrower soon. This guy brings up the repair stations, and I do a lot of repair stations, and his tactic is going to be some T-34s. Right now he has 2. Ovad, I'm getting fuel, like I'm putting up these fuel points in certain sections, but he's making a lot of armor. Like right now he has 3 tanks, which is just going to start pushing them out. They do have Panzer IV, so they do have that, which can easily take out 2. I don't care what people say. 1 Panzer IV can take out 2 34s if they're good. Just have to be a certain range and knock out their engine so they can't ram. But hey, right now I move these guys up to try to take out their AT. I have my own tank, that's why. Oh my god, I use this flamethrower to try to take out this other AT just to annoy him. And it's really doing a lot of damage. It took out that guy. I tell him just like, okay, capture territory, go after him. Go after him. Tell this guy just like trying to keep them back. And once over here, this guy is brought on those like long range guys. I'm like, fine. You want to try to shoot me with those rifles? Take my flamethrower. Also my tank. What also I do is because he charged me with this guy, and I'm like, okay, enjoy, charge. I bring in these guys, and these shock troops, which again are amazing, and just instant kill those guys. Then I'm just like, hey shock troops, go enjoy, go attack that. So I send my shock troops in. They're not even taking any damage from that AT gun, because of course AT terrible against infantry. Moving those guys in, I'm gonna literally tear his guys apart. And just look at that ownage. Oh, what the heck? Michael Jackson, everybody. I think that's what I was trying to do. As soon as I realized this guy's dead, I'm like, oh, okay. I just grab this and move back. I also flamed this area because he had the guy in a building and also this. Try to help him out a bit with my incendiary barrage. It's a great ability to use against stationary infantry like campers, you know, who like to hide in buildings. Try to keep the AT running back. Try to have my tank try to take out some of that. It's gonna die. Yeah, from the AT and whatnot, but hey, I was at least able to keep the units back. Oh wow, it's still alive? I did not know that. I moved my flamethrower up to try to knock that out while I try to retreat that. He has to retreat. My AT gun says hello while he retreats. But anyway, this is a pretty close game. Right now, I would say that we have a slight advantage because of this guy's tank army right here. But they can easily come back because they have a lot of AT and quite a lot of troops. Oh wow, they tried to take that and it just blew up. That's funny. So I send in my conscripts, try to clear out some of this infantry for him. I also bring in my half track so I can heal my guys. Let's see, what's going on here? Oh, flame. Yep. I figured get rid of the AT gun, which will allow his armored troops to move up and take him out more easily. Because, you know, if there's no AT, you can just run circles around that tank. Which is exactly what he's going to do, because he got, I believe it's, yeah, he got 5 T-34s. Those are normal T-34s. And he's just going to move in and say hello. I mean, look at that. This is Soviet industry done right. And that's going to be a very powerful army. One that's going to be it's very hard to counter. This main tanks, again, he doesn't have a lot of manpower though. He has a lot of fuel. And for me, I had the issue where I had a lot of fuel, but I was saving up for the IS-2. Because my idea is like, okay, he has a bunch of small guys. I'll have a big guy which can literally one-shot an entire squad. Also, my idea was, since his entire army is pretty much just his tanks, he has a couple conscripts here and there, but they're really not that effective fighting force on the ground. My idea was to have a larger infantry focus. That way I could take points and start, you know, taking them out. I use my flamethrower to try to, you know, take them out. They do have 2 Panzer IVs, which is going to be, you know, decent fight. I did take their AT, which again, their AT, which is amazing. Gonna try to retreat those. Put these guys behind hard cover. Try easier to take them out. Move up these guys to take out these secure points. Oh, is that how they died? Yeah, that's how they died. I try to retreat them, but sometimes it's like you can't. But look at this. This guy's army is just gonna roll up and be like, "Hey, what's up? You're gonna hurt our friend? No, you're not." Oh my god, I do have flame grenades to alert them out of heavy cover, which allows these tanks to just literally tear them apart. It is a nightmare. They do bring up an AT to try to counter, but it's 1 AT against 5 tanks. And now they're like, nope, see ya. So right now, they have a couple guys in buildings, like here and here. I'm gonna send my guys up to try and knock that out for him. I think. Yeah, I will. Oh yeah, I bring in the flamethrower because this guy's like, okay, he's in a building. I'm gonna bring my KV flamethrower to knock him out. Your orders, comrade. So right now we're just trying to hold this line. This is a relatively big map for a 2v2. So it's harder to keep the enemy back because they can easily slip behind your lines. So I'm just trying to take these strategic points, put down some fuel, and put up a nice little defensive line in the center, and just have these guys do strategic strikes along the map. So he can be like the big fighting force, like I'm the scalpel, he's the hammer. I guess if you want to try to be technical. But yeah, don't mess with those tanks. So they do have some tanks, but they are just, they could probably, you know, do some damage, but again, especially with the Panzer Treks, so if they do a combined force, they might be able to counter. However, I do something that's really gonna suck for them, because I get really close and be like, oh, so that's where their big army is? Okay, let's drop that. So that way I can do a flame grenade on him. Burn some infantry. But then what I do is also kind of evil. I have this guy firing, you know. I tried to move, as soon as I saw this, I moved him back. And tried to move up some guys to counter. I have this guy going around healing units. And I have AT gun stationed in the center, that way in case of a large tank assault. Then I'm like, oh no. They have a lot of guys here, what can I do? Oh, I know. Let's send my KV flamethrower to flank them. And I'll get some good shots at this. This is a really good tank. It is, seriously, like, KV flamethrower, it's like one of the most, like, it's both good and bad. It has a flamethrower on it that can switch with a 45mm gun, so it's not really designed versus tanks. I have this guy here just to keep him distracted from killing my guys, because I can easily rebuild a half-track with the amount of fuel I have. I don't want to lose this pack gun, though, with 2 stars. So anyway, I send in my flames. Oh my god. So, at this point they're like retreating, and I'm just like, where are you going? Yeah, don't run with those Panzer Shreks. My flame tank was just like, yo, what up? But yeah, I mean, pretty much, I mean, now we have them like to 1 point. They do have this Tiger, which is very bad because they can't ram a Tiger. But you know, if we don't take it out, it could be really, really bad for us. So, can we see that? No, we can't. So, I still have my AT gun here. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna bring that up. They have a large AT front here, so they want to take out our AT. Because if they take out our, like, nice little hole. I mean, look at that. If they take out this, they pretty much win the game. Because this is where all of his resources are, and if he just takes out in this one large swoop, it's just game over. So he's gonna move up, try to find it. But then his literal, like, army just moves in and is like, hello. And literally, they're tearing apart everything to go after this guy. At this point, they have this guy and this. I tried to take this point, realize, oh my god, they have all these guys. Let him know. He sends his troops back to go face them. I'm like, I'll take care of the AT. The guy was like, what do you mean you take care of the AT? It's an AT. How are you supposed to kill with a tank? So anyway, if you want to take out an AT, like, see this guy? You want to take it out? Get a KV flamethrower. Because he'll just come along and just flame it. Look at that. Instantly take it out. So then they do this nice little charge here. I pin them because they put guys in the church. Try to pin the area. I then have this guy come up from behind while they are distracted with shock troops. Do a flame attack here. And then I'm just like, hey, what up? Move my KV flamethrower behind their lines. That way I can just be like, burn all their troops. Don't get me wrong, they have 2 tank groups on me. But hey, I figure, alright, this thing's dead. Let me at least kill this, you know, let me kill that, whatchamacallit, AT before I die. Which I do, and then they take me out. So, that was a well-deserved tank, got a lot of kills. But as you can see in the background, ladies and gentlemen, he got more tanks. He also got this. It's a KV2 assault gun, I think. KV2, KV8? KV2, okay. Heavy assault gun. So then he has his entire army just wait here, ready to move in when the time is right. What the heck happened to that? So right now we're just taking out what's left of their guys. I don't think they have any guys left. Yeah, he has 6 tanks. Yeah, have a couple guys here. And they have 2 KV4s. So right... wait, can I see that? Can I even see? Well, okay, so he may be chasing them. But we have a lot of... We have an AT gun here. We have this. And that KV assault gun just literally one shot, like, almost killed it. So... I then call a bombing run on there. But his own AT gun, the Pack 40, took out his big Tiger. And then he moves in, we move in our tanks, and literally they run for the hills. Once that happens, they both quit. It was pretty much a losing game anyway. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. This was an excellent gameplay. Again, this shows the power of the Soviet industry. These tanks weren't necessarily the best a direct attack force. However, sending them around the map to take out like strategic points so my infantry can move up, along with, again, if you can, take their units. The only T-guns I used for the entire game were their own Pack 40s, okay? Oh, and by the way, if you see this, yes, I did have nearly 500 fuel in the bank. Why? Because I was preparing to buy an IS-2. I didn't realize they were going to quit, and or that I was going to use the KV flamethrower earlier. If I didn't use that, I probably would have gotten it. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you come back for more. Now they think push now, but I lured them into a trap by having a double MG positioned, completely suppressing their advance. I also told my MG42s to do a flank around them, so I don't care how many conscripts they throw at me, the MG42 is going to own them. I then tell these guys to push up, that way you can suppress them, while keeping these guys in heavy cover, that way I can at least, you know, keep them safe. I really don't know why that guy is like out of nowhere, but hey. I then retreat those guys because I really don't want to lose them, but in that time I do bring up both MGs. As you can see here, they're trying to make a dash for it, but that's not going to work out for them. That's going to work out too well. I move these guys in.